Hey guys, what's going on? It is me, Cal23, back with another video, and we have a major news update today in MLB The Show 18. So we have 12 new positional programs added and new roster update changes, and I'm just going to go over the diamond positional programs first, then the gold, and then the new roster update. So the first diamond that was added to the game was Buddy Bell. Great contact hitter, 112 vision, 102.91 contact, and 61.47 power. So he's not a power guy, which is what a lot of people look for in the show 18. 46 speed. He's pretty different from his card last year. He was a team epic for the Rangers last year. I think he had more power. I definitely remember him having more. But this year he's definitely more of a contact guy. So if you like those type of players, I'd recommend Buddy Bell for you. The next diamond that we got is a starting pitcher, which is one of two that we did get. MacLeod being the first, 81 and 88 Ks and hits for 9. Good break on him as well. Pretty decent quirks as well. Good mix. Just an overall great card that I'd recommend going for. The other starting pitcher that we got is 85 overall James Shield. A good pitch mix, including a knuckle curve at 78 miles per hour and a four-seam fastball at 92 miles per hour. Decent hits and Ks per 9. You know, they're not great, but I think he's going to be a pretty decent card. He controls his pitches really well. As you guys can see, he has the Illusionist quirk, which I've seen as really effective. He throws an extremely effective changeup, and a lot of people are fans of using their changeup on any of their pitchers, so this is a really good card to use. The last diamond pitcher that we got is a relief pitcher, and he's got 3 pitches, a fastball, slider, and a curveball, and amazing hits and Ks per 9s, good break and velo, couple pretty decent quirks, and it's just a solid card overall in a pretty easy mission of just 60 strikeouts with relief or closing pitchers. And you don't even have to grind this one. You can just do this one accidentally, and you just need to exchange raised souvenirs, only 600, and they are going to be going up in price. I mean, if I go right now, this just came out, but I bet you they're already inflated. And let's just make it more like bobbleheads. Yep, they're already inflated. People are going to inflate this. So what I would recommend is don't do these sets now. Do the missions if you want now. That's totally up to you if you want to do these missions now, but do not buy these things now. Wait like a week or 2. Prices will go down. Like if you're doing the Victor Robles set, you need national souvenirs, and since it's been a while since that's come out, those souvenirs are going to be, cheaper. So if you go to like a bobblehead, like a jersey, it's like 100 for a hat and stuff like that. So they're cheaper, Like, just wait a little bit before you buy these, unless you're really ambitious and you're like, I want this card, then yeah, go get it. So yeah, guys, that's it for the diamonds that have come out for the positional programs, but that doesn't mean that we're done. We got new golds, starting off with the 80 overall Jason Castro. Kind of a meh card, in my opinion. Doesn't really, doesn't do anything great, really, anywhere in any of his stats, but I feel like you might need him for something, eventually, because honestly, he's got no quirks. I don't really like this card, but I guess if you're a Jason Castro fan, you could go after him. Next up, we got Steve Pearce, who I feel like is going to be a guy off the bench for a lot of people against lefties. It's a breakout card, 92-96 against lefties, and 74-70 against righties. So, I mean, another budget player. Not bad at all. I would use him off the bench. He's definitely a pretty solid card. At second base, we have a new Matt Carpenter card, Breakout, 2013. Really good contact and vision with decent power. Actually, that's not really that decent. That's pretty bad. And he's got 50 speed, hitting machine and pressure cooker quirks. He plays a lot of positions as well. Not terrible. Next up, we got 80 overall Ricky Weeks. He is seriously just across the board hitting stats, 70, 61 vision, 70 speed. Kind of a meh card as well, just kind of, not great in any really certain spots, just kind of an okay card. A new shortstop that we got was a rookie 2008 Mike Aviles card, another contact hitter. He's just another one of those contact hitters. 69 speed, some power, not really a lot. Decent card if you like contact guys, but not who I really want. In left field, we got Melky Cabrera, terrific contact. This is, this is very, very good contact with very good vision. No power against righties. but actually decent power against lefties. So this card isn't bad, and if you are looking into maybe good contact outfielders, I'd look into this Melky Cabrera, as he does play anywhere in the outfield and is also a switch hitter. For starting pitchers, we have a new Gold Future Stars card, Mike Soroka. I think I'm saying that right. Anyway, he's got 60, 70 Ks for 9. Basically, just a decent card. If you want Mike Soroka, you're a Braves fan, you want this card, go for it. He doesn't look terrible. He's not bad, but obviously there's, better cards in those diamonds. And the other starting pitcher that we got is 83 Impact veteran Jason Hamill, 75, 71 Ks and hits per 9, 90 break. Once again, just man, there's so many of these cards coming out that they're almost blending in together with like how they play. These golds are all just kind of like in the 70s area for hits and Ks per 9. They're all just okay. But honestly, when you compare Jason Hamill with the 75 and 71 hits and Ks per 9 to James Shields, who's got 82, 74, it's not that different. Like, these cards are, pretty similar, but, you do want the diamonds over those guys. They are still better. And that is all for the positional programs. There are no new catchers and first baseman. That's, no one new other than all the guys I've shown. There's just bunch to pick from. They're all really the same, but I'd recommend going after the diamonds, doing their missions. They're not usually that bad. They just require some exchanging, so maybe a couple thousand stubs for each of them. So yeah, not that bad. Really some pretty good cards in there if you want to go after them. So yeah, guys, that's it for the new programs in MLB The Show 18. And now, guys, for the roster update. First up, we got Chapman. He's going up too. Got big little additions to all his stats, making him even more of a beast. Goldschmidt goes up 1, got a little bit of power out on the lefties, but not that much. Muto gets a big increase to his stats overall, making himself an 83 gold. Lorenzo Cain goes up 1 to an 83. Not that much of a change, but still he does significantly get some stats increased. Gary Sanchez goes down 2. A lot of people are going to be mad about that since a lot of people have him, including me. But he goes down, but he's still a beast in my eyes. Like, the stats that are on the screen right now are still very impressive, and I'm not mad. But I do wish he will go back up soon. Now, it's another minus. It's another catcher going down. Salvador Perez going down to an 82 gold. Although his power versus left is going up, his contact is going down on both sides. New gold, Marcel Ozuna, getting an increase on his lefty power and righty contact, and as well on his vision. So yeah, he's new gold to look out for in the game. Another new gold, starting pitcher Jose Barrios, getting an increase on about all his pitching stats. He's been doing well, so he deserves this upgrade, not just to an 80, but to an 81. Another new gold is Trevor Story. I've had this guy for a while. I actually just sold him, so it's kind of unfortunate. But whatever. He's a new gold. He's now an absolute beast against lefties if you really need someone off your bat to do that. His vision got an increase to 37, which doesn't seem like a lot, but from what he used to have, that's pretty good. Going down to a silver is Ryan Braun. Has not been performing well at all right now, batting 236 as you can see. He goes down in all his stats. Basically all his hitting stats. I mean, he's just been doing bad, so he goes down. But going up is Jose Martinez from a 76 to a 78, getting an increase on some of his hitting stats. Matt Adams, new bronze. He's been hitting pretty well. I don't see any stats changing, but he does go up 4. So hey, he went up, but definitely changed. There's a few more changes, guys. I'm gonna go over this next page, and then I'm not gonna bother with the other pages. They're not as important. They don't change as much. We got Blake Train going up to a 78 silver. Got an increase to a bunch of his pitching stats. Pretty good increase though. Now he's a pretty decent card. Oh boy. Mike Foldinuix goes up from a 75 to a 77. Increases his pitching stats, making him a pretty solid pitcher now. And Gleyber Torres of the Yankees getting an increase. I think we all saw this one coming. He only goes up 2 though. Gets a pretty solid increase on most of his stats though, except for discipline, which actually goes down. Finally, we have Will Smith, who is now a new silver in the game, getting an increase on some of his stats, making him even better, and now probably an effective lefty that you could probably use in like BR or something like that. And for the rest of these, they're just silvers going up and down a little bit. Silvers and, you know, bronzes. You guys can read into these if you want, but I don't think many of them are that important. There is Miguel Sano. He does go down. That's a little bit of a big one, but the rest of these are kind of like, I didn't think they're that important, but they do change. So I'll just quickly, you know, scroll through them. No big names really popping up though. Nothing really happening with them. Big names were right here, and that is who we got changed. So this week, really not a lot at all, but that's okay. I mean, sometimes that's okay when stuff goes down or when stuff goes down like this and nothing really changes, because then you don't have to deal with your players going down, because that is very it's pretty annoying when your players go down. Like Gary Sanchez right here, he's not bad, but it hurts when your players go down. But maybe yours went up, maybe you had yours for story. If you had any of those guys, you know, that's awesome, good investments. And that's it for this week. So we have to wait 2 more until the next one. And I'd assume that's the big one. I'd assume that's where we're getting a new diamond. Please be Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole and George Springer. That'd be great if they could both go diamond. But this week we didn't really see a lot change. This won't affect that much, honestly. This is kind of an underwhelming roster update, but it did come with some very cool positional programs. So it's not bad. I'm not upset with this at all. Pretty good. And yeah, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this news update. Thanks for watching. Bye.